Hello, this is Rachel live from Kalkine Studios and you're watching the IPO Corner, a weekly show dedicated to IPO market performance. Now, before investing in any shares, investors need to understand the business prospects and operations in detail, such as future risks and returns. Now, this can include a change in the IPO price or the issuance date as the companies see fit. Here are a few IPOs scheduled to list over the coming weeks. According to the ASX IPO announcements, Catalanos Seafood is set to list on the ASX on the 9th of March at 12:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. One of Western Australia's most cherished seafood businesses is expanding its operations interstate. Catalanos Seafood is a West Australian family business established in 1969. It operates with around 70 staff, and in 2020 to 2021 it handled a total of over 2,000 tonnes of seafood. Catalano is strategically positioned in the eye of the seafood supply chain across processing, wholesaling, packaging, retail and export. The company is undergoing an initial public offering to raise up to $6 million at 20 cents a share. Catalanos Seafood will use the funds to focus on an aggressive expansion strategy. Next up, South Australian explorer Stellar Metals plans to launch its IPO on the 7th of March at 12 p.m. That's according to the ASX website. Stellar Metals have 5 exploration projects in South Australia. It's assembled a range of copper and zinc metal exploration projects in order to meet the demand from the technology, battery and renewable energy markets as the world moves towards a low-emission future. Stellar have a $10.1 million market capitalisation and a $2.6 million enterprise value, according to terms sent to potential investors. Terra Capital, a resources investment firm run by Jeremy Bond and Matthew Langsford, is cornerstoning the IPO. Stellar Metals plans to raise up to $7 million at 20 cents a share. And lastly, we're taking a look at US student housing Reit. Proposed IPO, according to the ASX website, is slated for the 7th of March at 10:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. The company was established in 2021. The Real Estate Investment Trust was established to acquire and manage high-quality, purpose-built student housing assets located within close proximity to top-tier public universities across the United States and drive value through operational strategy and capital upgrades. Investors will gain exposure to US student housing real estate, and the Reit is the only Australian listed property trust with a primary strategy in investing in US student housing. Now, the US student housing Reit plans to raise $45 million at $1.30 a share. Bell Potter Securities is the managing IPO. Well, it's time to wrap up the IPO Corner Show, but remember, before investing in IPOs, investors must check the credibility and the track record of the company. Risk appetite can vary by investors, so you need to consider factors such as analyst views, brokerage ratings, industry outlook, financial performance, and the peers review before making an investment decision. It's also important to note that companies can change the IPO price or issuance date as they see fit. This is Rachel for Kalkine signing off for now.